Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plami and in this episode of Rate the K, I'm gonna be reacting to Treasure's recent comeback, I Love You. So after they debuted with a kind of underwhelming, or should I say more not living up to the hype song, which I still said it was ultimately a good song and I ended up listening to it quite a lot. I'm curious what are they going to follow up with, because like their debut didn't really live up to the hype I had, or other in general people had for it, I feel like. But it was still a good song, and with a title like this, I feel like I really hope it's not really a love song or a soft song. I don't think it's gonna be a soft song, but it's most likely gonna be a love song. It's kind of obvious. But still, I really hope it goes hard, because that's kind of what I enjoy about groups in general, and especially I feel like that's something common throughout most YG groups, so I think it's fair to expect that in this. But yeah, still, there's only one way to find out any of those things, so without further ado, let's get into Treasure's I Love You in 3, 2, 1. Is this a grain filter on the music video? Okay, I like that audio effect. I never imagined Treasure as the cute boyfriend group, really. I thought they were basically the equivalent of maybe Stray Kids from YG. Okay, I'm actually liking the song. I was gonna say that's a really cool effect, but it's very obviously a green screen. Damn, that rapping slaps. Okay, I'm definitely starting to like Treasure a lot. Honestly, outside of the smiling parts of the music video in which they act cute, I think this might be a better song than their debut, and might have worked better as a debut song. Ooh, the choreo is actually really cool, I like it. It's kind of fierce, like with the facial expression, I love it. But I'm definitely already noticing some common things about their music from their debut music video to this. Like they go for an instrumental based chorus without really singing or rapping in it, or at least for the first half of it. And with some really cool choreo. One thing's for sure though, Treasure definitely feels like a 4th generation K-pop group. Because if you don't know, I would say the defining feature of 4th generation K-pop is the choreo, like the dancing, basically. 4th generation groups are first and foremost dancers, and rapping and singing are kind of like after that, or should I say more better way to say it is 4th generation K-pop groups are dancers who can sing and rap. For the 2nd generation, I would say it was singers who can dance and maybe rap. Well, for 3rd generation, I would say they were the most well-rounded. Like, I wouldn't say any of the 3 things were overwhelming. But yeah, for 4th generation, definitely the dancing is crazy, because Stray Kids are amazing dancers, 80s are amazing dancers, Treasure are amazing dancers, TXT are amazing dancers, and that's just the boy groups. But yeah, this song is definitely better, than I expected it to be. I was worried that I was probably not gonna like it. It was going to be some soft boyfriend next door kind of song. I don't know. It's not really what I expected. But now that I've listened to it, I've seen the music video. It's very much in line with their debut song. It's a little bit softer, maybe a little bit. And it's the concept itself is a little bit brighter, I would say, but with the dancing and the choreo is just as hard as their debut song. The sound of it as well is very much in line with their debut song. Again, maybe a little bit softer, but it's still there. The only thing that bothers me about this is the cutesy stuff in it, because I never thought that Treasure was going to be that kind of boy group, and especially considering with their debut song, Boy, I never expected something like this. So kind of not only took me off guard, but it's just not something that I enjoy seeing. I prefer edgy, tough, basically edgy music and edgy groups. So seeing the cuter, softer stuff into a group that I expected to be much more edgier and that I have seen be more edgier just pisses me off a little bit, honestly. But yeah, it's not really too much of a big deal because I still enjoy the song for what it is, and what it is definitely appeals to me. So yeah, let's get into it again before we end this video in 3, 2, 1. I don't understand what's with the grain filter or whatever it is in the beginning. This part here reminds me of 80s' Inception. I was wondering whether the rest of the song was going to follow that template. Yeah, honestly, cut the cute stuff in this song and I'm 100% sold on it. As it stands, it's about an 8 out of 10. And that is overall, not just for the song or the dancing or whatever. And that's gonna be different from the rating at the end of this video. Just how I feel overall about everything in regards to the song and the music video. The choreo is amazing though, I love it. It's really creative and fun and entertaining. Especially I love that part. He looks so cool with the drums and rapping. How many rappers does this group have? Because I think I counted 3. The thing is, I wish maybe the rapping was a little bit more spread throughout the song, because now that we got back again into the chorus and the singing, it feels like the song stopped for like 20 seconds to get the rappers out of the way and everything. It's still a good song, it's just something about that made it a little bit jarring. But yeah, the choreo is freaking amazing. Yeah, when they're serious and badass, I love them so much more. And the song works better, I feel like. Like this ending part here is so much better than the rest of the song. Oh, the choreo is so good, I love it. That's the thing that would make me give this song a 10 out of 10, honestly. Okay, so this was Treasures I Love You. It definitely surprised me in a few ways because, as I said, because of the title, I expected much softer song, but it wasn't like that. It was very much what uh, we've known for from Treasure's music so far, even though we just had like one song, one title track. Although, did they debut with a mini album or an extended play, or was it a single? Because I haven't checked because I'm still so far behind, and it's gonna be a while to get to Treasure's debut. But yeah, I like this song. The song itself, like for the song itself, I think it's a good song. It definitely appeals to me. It's very much in line with their debut song, so I'm 100% sold on the song. Could have maybe made it a little bit made it go a little bit harder because similar to Boy, I feel like the chorus for what it is, I like it. It's a little different. Like it's not a huge drop or anything. It's a kind of an empty chorus, and I kind of like it because I don't really think many groups are doing that right now. So that's one thing that makes them stand out. But I can definitely already see a formula with their music, and as much as I like that it's different from other music, I feel like ultimately it's not as enjoyable as having your usual drop during the chorus and like make it powerful and drop hard. Like I would much prefer that. I feel like I would enjoy that more, even though I'm still enjoying it for what it is, you know. Um, so yeah, I think personally. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. As I said for the chorus, and not the chorus for. As I said for the choreo and the dancing in general is freaking amazing. They're so good, such good dancers. Like if there's one thing that I think they are amazing at, it's the dancing. Although in general, overall, they are amazing at rapping and singing as well. Like they're so good, and visually they're also pretty decent. Although similar to Stray Kids, maybe it's just their height, them being young, but they feel. Yeah, almost forgot. The choreo and the dancing in general as well is freaking amazing. I love it. I love how hard they go. I love how sharp their movements are. I love it. It's so good. Like the choreo in Boy was really good, but in this one it's freaking amazing. Like they can challenge. I would say they can challenge 80s in terms of choreo. They are amazing. And definitely comparing this comeback of Treasure to the most recent comeback of 80s, I wouldn't say they're better, but they're very, very, very close. And I would say they're going for a little bit different things because I would say Inception was more sensual and sexy kind of dancing, while for this one it was more harder and sharper. So it's definitely two different directions with the dancing, but I think in terms of quality of the dancing and how much impact it has on the viewer, I love them both pretty much equally, honestly. So yeah, Treasure are definitely climbing up my bias list for groups. There's definitely gonna be a few more comebacks before I can say for sure where they are, but right now they're definitely climbing up and are for sure in my top 10 of boy groups. So yeah, personally for this song, I feel like I'm gonna give it a 9.2 out of 10. The softer stuff in the music video just annoyed me a little bit and prevent me from giving it a 10 out of 10, but I'm giving it more than 9 out of 10 because otherwise I would give it less than that because the choreo is freaking amazing and definitely made up for the cutesy stuff which just feel a little bit out of place, honestly. Well, they don't if you consider the title and maybe the lyrics, but from my perspective, mainly focusing on the song itself and how it sounds, and the choreo, it's just jarring and out of place and even annoying. And yeah, it also didn't really blow me away, similarly to Boy. It just hasn't had that iconic feel to it that would make me give it a 10 out of 10. Although their music is definitely really, really good and definitely very close to a 10 out of 10. It still needs a little bit of a push. And yeah, objectively, I'm honestly going to give it a 10 out of 10. I think most people are not gonna give a shit about the things that I complained about, and they're gonna enjoy the song and the music video for what it is. And for what it is amazing. Like there's very few things I can say bad about it that are not just up to personal preference. So I think giving it an objective score of a 10 out of 10 is perfectly fine. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also check out the list in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you end up enjoying my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge support and help keep the channel going and help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. And still, if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!